For investors about when Congress could tackle tax reform after that. Joining us now is one GOP member of Congress who says he can't vote for the bill as written, Congressman Tom Garrett, a Republican from Virginia. We were just looking at your district. Welcome, Congressman. You kind of slice from northern Virginia down through Charlottesville, even include Danville, right down to the North Carolina border. That's your district is bigger than New Jersey?
Bigger than New Jersey, a little bit smaller than the nation of Belgium.
Wow. All right. So tell us where you stand on this bill and why you're opposed.
Well, there's a lot of good in the bill, to be clear. I really like the fact that over time we're going to shave $1/3 of $1 trillion off the deficit. Having said that, what we do here, I think, is create a paradigm that rewards the states that chose to expand Medicaid, essentially rewards states who did not exercise fiscal prudence and responsibility to the expense and detriment of states who did. That's number one. Number two, depending upon where you structure these tax credits, you end up with what is tantamount to the largest entitlement program ever passed under a Republican president and Congress, and these are directions we don't need to head in. So while there are some good things in the program and we want to find a way to get to yes, those are two real hurdles for us.
So you're opposing this from a more conservative position, if I could call it that. If that being the case, what we've heard from your like-minded colleagues is that they'd like to see some changes made to this plan to make it more palatable to them. If that happens, though, how does it ever get through the Senate?
Well, look, people on the Senate side, people on the House side both want to see something get done. Here's what we know. If we wanted to play political games, we would continue to let Obamacare spiral out of control, the wheels come flying off. You're at a point now where 1/3 of the localities in the nation, you have one choice. We'll be soon to the point where some localities there are no choices. So we know Obamacare is failing. If we wanted to play politics, we'd let it fail. We want to get something done, but, you know, we criticized Leader Pelosi for wanting to pass the bill so that we could find out what's in it. I don't want to do the same thing. And very rarely do you see a negotiation where the final offer is the first offer. So we think there's some latitude. That's the message we receive as we speak to the president's folks. And I think, you know, leadership be congratulated. I think they need to be willing to move a little bit, too.
Congressman, though, if this process is underway of trying to find a way to meet in the middle, how is that possible when really the objections seem to come from two entirely different directions? On one hand, people a little bit gun-shy about the number of people who may not have insurance any longer. On the other side, folks like you who feel as if it really doesn't go far enough.
Well, there are three things going on here. Number one, there's regulatory reform, and that will help fix the healthcare system as it exists, and we've been going at a breakneck pace, and that's undeniable. Number two, there are a series of standalone bills, the McCarran-Ferguson repeal, which will start to open up markets across state lines for healthcare, the Small Business Healthcare Assistance Act, that passed through the Education and Workforce Committee that I'm on. So you got bills that are not tied up in this omnibus package, and you also have a regulatory reform scheme moving forward. What we don't need to do is force something through just to be to say we did something. When your national debt is smaller than your annual GDP, then you're spending too much, and we need to start taking account of that and get good solutions that don't cost Americans more money.
All right.
And it can be done.
Congressman Tom Garrett, whose district included some of my biggest high school arch nemesis in sports. We appreciate your time. Thank you for being here.
God bless. Have a great day.